It's time to play Family Feud. Give it up for Steve Harvey.
So I wrote to the company that I bought the sound effects from. I voiced my displeasure with the last time we did this, that they got my name wrong and they refused to answer my emails. To which then I said, do you know who I am? And they're like, we don't care. So hence why we still have the same sound effects. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the rematch of Podcast Family Feud. Before we get into the game, just a quick advertisement here. This episode of Podcast Family Feud is brought to you by Alejandro's On The Go, the makers of cheddar cheese flavored pasteurized cheese snack, a proud sponsor of Podcast Family Feud. Because as everyone knows, plastic cheese may or may not be nachos. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this epic rematch. Our Patreons and the rest of the Rise and Run community have been asking for this, and we are so happy and privileged to be bringing it to you today. So before we get into the game, we need to meet our families. So let's first start with the Will Run For family. Thomas, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I figured with after all the animosity of the first game that you might not accept this invitation, but we're so glad that you did. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you for having us. We're happy to be back, and we want to set the record straight. There was no animosity. I think all your listeners knew in their heart of hearts that was some terrible cheating that you all did last time. So we're here. I'm told that there is a fair and impartial judge.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. We will get to that right here at the top of the show. My lovely wife has offered to step in as the impartial judge for today's proceedings. Now, everyone would think, oh, it's Greg's wife, so she probably has allegiances to Rise and Run. And I would like the podcast listening community to know that when I made the call that plastic cheese and nachos were the same thing, she thought I was full of crap. So she actually sided with Will Run For. Yeah. So you can know where her allegiances lie in all of this. So she is in the other room standing by in case we need to elicit the services of a third-party impartial judging committee. So we want to make sure that everything is fair and square this time, so there is not weeks upon weeks of trolling after this episode releases.
There will be.
Yeah. I'm not sure that we can guarantee that there won't be weeks upon weeks of trolling.
I'm sure, but we try to get out ahead of it just in case. But anyway, let's get back into the game. Tom, tell us what family members you brought with you this time.
All right, Bob, I got my lovely wife, Diana, here.
Hi, lovely wife.
We brought the patriarch and matriarch of the Will Run For podcast family. So first, the matriarch, Aaron.
Oh, I'm a matriarch this time.
Yeah, I don't know the difference. And then the patriarch, despite what he's currently wearing, the patriarch of the family, Michael.
I am inspired by the Jesse the Body this episode because we're going to take them down.
Ooh. And then we're so lucky to have him. He is the proprietor of a much more polished and famous podcast. It is Doug from the War on Cars podcast.
The Will Run For Cars.
Yes. Thanks. I'm glad to be here. Speaking of trolling, that is, I think, why I'm here, right?
Yes, that is exactly why Doug is here.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Doug was the one who organized the Rise and Run meetup during the New York City Marathon, where there was not one single host from Rise and Run, yet there were 3 hosts from the Will Run For podcast. So Doug, if we ever need to create a support group of people who have been trolled from those at Will Run For, it's going to be an exclusive club of 2, but we remain strong together.
We're going to drown our sorrows in pineapple cider.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Will Run For, thank you so much for joining us again. We are now going to head over to the other side of the studio and meet the Rise and Run family. And for this particular game, unfortunately, Bob could not join us this evening. So we're going to call her the matriarch of the Rise and Run podcast. Alicia has taken over as team captain for this game. Alicia, welcome to the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
Well, I still stand by my plastic cheese as nachos, so I'm going to go with a 1.
All right. I like the confidence. This is bold. I'm here for it. I'm ready to live for it. But before we get into round 1, Alicia, you need to tell us what family members did you bring with you this week?
Well, I have John with me today.
Hey, how you doing? Steve, how you doing, Steve?
I'm doing well. Thank you, John. Good to see you.
Lexi.
Hello.
Jack.
Hiya.
And we have a interim person, Tony, or as you might know, Hollywood.
Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully, Greg, you can be a little partial to your roommate.
I will do my best, but if I become impartial, hence why we have the judge next door.
And I don't honestly know how impartial it'll be because Tom's like thirsting over Tony.
Here's the
already.
deal.
It happened to me.
Well, the problem is he has his shirt on, so I don't know how much thirsting there can be happening.
Guys,
It's early. It's early.
It's an audio medium, but man, is he a specimen. Like if you could see what we're all seeing, like you would join this Patreon, and I'm about to. Is there a Tony level of your Patreon?
We can consider it, that's for sure.
Exclusive Tony content.
We'll trade your feet. We'll trade your feet pics. Michael, get ready.
Oh yeah, the 8 toenails, so we're all good.
Oh, God.
I got 9.
We'll call it the only yams in Hollywood level.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
All right. Well, before we get into the game, let's quickly go over the rules. We have 5 rounds of Run Disney and Disney related questions. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners for these, and we'll go through them as a typical Family Feud. The first family to reach 300 points will be our winner, and they will move on to everyone's favorite round, Fast Money, where again we'll be playing for pride, friendship, and trolling rights. So let's get into the game. Give me Tom, give me Alicia. Here we go.
Tom.
All right, let's get our virtual handshake in here. All right, we got our hands on our buzzers. Here we go. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners. Name a popular race outside of Run Disney and the Abbott World Majors. I saw Tom's hand first.
Space Coast.
Space Coast. Survey says that is the number 4 answer. So, Alicia, you have an opportunity here to see if you can get 1 through 3.
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. Survey says that is the number 3 answer. So Rise and Run, you have a decision to make here. Are you going to play or are you going to pass?
What do you guys think?
If we get one wrong, we still can continue, right?
You get 3 strikes.
Yeah, we gotta get 3 wrong.
Okay, because there's not much going on in this head right now. So
and sorry, I should have said this up top.
That's me always. So we're even.
I should have said this up top. The top 7 answers on the board. So 3 and 4 are off the board.
I can only think of one.
I can think of 2.
Don't give it out yet, Jack. Okay.
No, yeah, I know. I'm muting the mic.
You guys want to play or pass?
Which ones do you think of?
Oh, right.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna play.
Yeah.
All right. Rise and Run is going to play. We move over to John. John, there are still 5 answers left on the board. Name a popular race outside of Run Disney or the Abbott World Majors?
I'm going to say Honolulu.
The Honolulu Marathon.
Good answer.
Survey says
Boo.
Wow.
Oh, I was right.
strike one. Strike one. That's quite all right. All right, we move down to Lexi.
Don't say what I'm going to say, Lexi. Look at me.
Speak mind to mind.
I'm going to go with Peachtree Road Race.
Peachtree Road
Good
Race.
answer.
Good answer.
That's a
pretty good answer.
Survey
Solid.
says
Solid.
Yeah.
that is number 7 on the board.
Wow.
Wow.
So answers 1, 2, 5, and 6 remain. We move
Jack's
down
face
to.
is so funny right now.
I remember her from last time. That last time she cracked me up the whole time.
Hey, that looks like a face that's Googling something.
No cheating. No cheating.
All right, Jack. What's your answer here?
I just so happy because no one said what I've been thinking this whole time, and it's the only answer that I could think of. It's Bird in Hand. And if
Bird
it's
in
wrong,
hand.
I'm going to be
Yes.
devastated.
Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
good one.
Bird in hand. Survey says
How do you do it?
that is the number 1 answer.
Shut up,
It's 'cause
really?
you guys talk. It's because
Good
they
job,
talk
Jack.
about it all the time, and it's where they have
Yeah.
their big meetups.
Yes.
Yep.
All
This is
right.
a very specific audience. Keep that in mind.
Yes. All right. We go back to Alicia. 2 answers left.
No. You skipped
Oh, sorry.
Tony.
Sorry.
See, he
Skip
forgot
Tony.
you're ready, Tony.
I
Out
would
the
never
window
forget
already.
Tony.
He's not wearing. He doesn't. I mean, he's on. He has a
shirt.
shirt on.
He has a shirt on, so no,
No,
one
it's not as
recognizes him.
recognizable.
Unrecognizable.
Okay.
He's invisible with clothes on.
All right. We move to Tony. My apologies. There are 3 answers left on the board and only 1 strike.
I don't know the distance, but the cherry blossom is it Washington, D.C.?
The
The
Cherry
10 miler.
Blossom 10 miler. All right. Cherry Blossom 10 miler. Survey says that's Rise and Run's second strike. Now we go to Alicia. But we'll run for B. Start thinking and prepare for a potential steal here. But Alicia, 3 answers left on the board.
I was getting a beer. What was Tony's answer?
Cherry blossom.
Oh, okay, good answer.
All right. So I have to go with Grandma's Marathon.
Grandma's
Good one.
Marathon.
Spoken like a local.
Yeah.
Survey says
Wow.
the local
Wow.
got
Nice.
it right. That was the number 6 answer on the board. All right.
Are they allowed to ask the audience? Is that I can't remember.
Wrong game show.
That's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
That's-
a completely different game show, Jack.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember the rules. No, it was before.
So
It was a while
What
ago.
what
Can I-
number is still open?
All right, John. Answer number 2 and answer number 5. So 2 answers
Ooh.
left, but you have 2 strikes. What's
I
it
think
gonna
I
be?
know one. Legitimately.
Wait,
It's not your turn, Jack.
Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm muting.
John, what do you think?
I'm thinking it's the Detroit. Was it Detroit Free Press Marathon? Is that the one?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the one that runs into Canada. Yeah,
Into Canada.
I think that's the official name. Okay. All right. The
I've never
Detroit.
even heard of that race.
That's a cool, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
the
that's the
Detroit,
international one,
Detroit Free
yeah.
Press Marathon that we think runs into Canada.
Yes.
Survey says
Oh,
not on the
solid
board, so
one.
we move across the studio
Guys,
to Will Run For. You got 2 answers left.
I have 2.
I kind of
I
have
have,
one
I have
too.
a bunch.
I should not go because
Gasparilla.
my head is blank.
Gasparilla or Donna?
Flying pig.
Flying pig.
Flying pig.
Oh,
I would go with
that's a
flying
good
pig.
one. Yeah,
Let's go
yeah,
Flying pig.
yeah. They have a lot of Midwesterners that listen. Go with that.
All right. Is
seen their
that
data.
what you're going with, Flying
Or
Pig?
Shamrock. Yeah, I mean, I
Or
had a bunch in my head.
Shamrock.
All right.
I think
big
Flying
pig.
Pig.
I think flying
Yeah,
pig has got to be on the
Flying,
board.
flying
All
Pig's
right,
bigger.
all right, flying
yeah.
pig, flying pig.
Flying pig. Final answer.
Final answer. All right. If Flying Pig is on the board, Will Run For gets the steal. If not, the points go over to Rise and Run. Flying Pig survey says that was the number 2 answer. Congratulations, Team Will Run For getting the steal.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was the last answer?
Was it Mount Dora?
The
Shamrock.
only answer that was not selected was answer number 5, and that was Rock and Roll Las Vegas.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Interesting.
All right, congratulations, team Will Run for getting the last second steal there to take round 1. So at the end of round 1, it is team Will Run for 73, Rise and Run 0, but we're still plenty of game to play. Let's get ready for round 2. Give me John, give me Diana. Here we go.
Hey, I don't want to lean forward. Can you raise the hand for me?
All right, let's get our virtual handshake in here.
This is how we lose.
All right.
Diana refuses to lean forward.
All right, here's the question. Top 6 answers on the board. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners. Name the best Walt Disney World attraction to take a post-race nap on. Diana.
The people mover.
The people mover. All right.
Good answer.
Survey says that is answer number 2. John, you have an opportunity
yeah.
to grab the number 1 answer.
I'm going to go with Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship
that's a
Earth.
good one.
Solid.
Survey says that is also on the board, but the number 3 answer.
Whoa.
So that now is a decision for team Will Run for. Do you want to play or do you want to pass?
Always play.
Let's
Always
play.
play,
always.
right?
Yeah,
Always
just
play.
play.
Always play.
All right, excellent. All right. We move down to the matriarch herself.
Oof.
Actually, and before we get into this round, Aaron, quickly plug your
No.
podcast for us because it's a wonderful podcast and we
Oh,
want more people to hear about it.
You mean not this current one that I'm
Not
on?
the Will Run For
I was
podcast, but your
gonna
other
say,
podcast.
they know Will Run for from your comment section on any social media.
Oh yeah, sure. So I have a new podcast called Pace Yourself, It's Just Cancer, with a friend of your podcast, Stephanie, where we discuss running and cancer and how those two worlds don't belong together, but somehow we're making them belong together. And running through, I guess treatment and cancer and all the other happy bullshit that comes with cancer. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bleep my.
That's quite
end
all
of
right.
that.
You, if anyone is has the right to curse on this podcast outside of Jack, it's you. So no worries there whatsoever. So well, thank you for telling us about that. We'll be sure to put that in this week's show notes as well. But
Yeah,
let's
even
get.
Even if you don't have cancer, come join us. We're laughing through it and trying to teach all you cancer muggles how to, I don't know, deal with us people who have cancer.
Look, I'm completely normal and I'm not awkward at all when I have to talk about it, Aaron. It's fine.
All right, let's get back into the game here. So there are still 4 answers left on the board. Aaron, name the best Walt Disney World attraction to take a post-race nap on.
I'm going to go with the Carousel of Progress.
Great answer.
Carousel
Great
of
answer, great
Progress.
answer,
All
yeah.
right.
Brava.
Survey says that is the number 1 answer.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Yeah, that's excellent.
All right. Michael, my pace buddy, how are you, sir?
Excellent, Richard. Excellent. I am going to say, what is that one called? The American Adventure.
The American Adventure,
Stole
or
mine.
as some other people like to say, the Hall of Presidents. But even though
No.
those are two separate things.
Yes. Yeah, you
All
get
right.
like an 8-hour nap in American Adventure, I think.
Exactly. All right, here we go. All right, American Adventure survey says that is the number 6 answer on
Nice.
the board.
Wow.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right, we move now down to Doug.
Is this a good time or a bad time to say that I used to work for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was my first TV job.
Really?
Yes.
Get the heck out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you meet Regis?
Many times.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Very nice guy.
We do not have phone a friend here, though. unfortunately.
No. I am going to go with the Grand Fiesta Tour.
The Grand
Ooh.
Fiesta Tour. All right. Survey.
Could be our first
Good
strike.
answer. Good answer.
Survey says good appreciation there, Diane. I'm proud of you for that. Here we go. Survey says.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first strike, but that's quite all right. All right, we go back to Tom. Tom, there's still 2 answers on the board, but only 1 strike.
I'm gonna take a gamble. Should I? What's the golf ball? Is that Spaceship Earth?
That was already said.
No, that's Soren.
What? No, with the Phoenicians. What's that one?
That's
Spaceship
Earth.
We already got that one.
Yeah, and we already said that, so
Yes.
I'm not going to say that, and I'm going to say
I thought he was talking about the golf ball flying at you.
I'm going to say it's a small world.
It's a small world. All right. Survey says.
Oh my lord!
Strike number 2. All right, Diana.
I
There's
got a
still
good
2
one.
answers on the board.
Gotta
1
make
strike.
it to
Rise
me.
and Run. Prepare for a potential steal.
The Hall of Presidents.
The Hall of Presidents. Survey says. That is the number 5 answer on the board.
Very
nice.
1 answer left. Aaron, back to you, my dear.
I'm going to go with Living with the Land.
Living with
solid
the
choice.
Land.
Solid choice.
Shout out to Kayla, our VIP, who loves that ride to death. All right, if Living with the Land is on the board, we'll run for sweeps the round. If not, Rise and Run has a chance to steal. Living with the Land, survey says. We'll run for
Nice.
sweeps the
Nice.
round. Congratulations.
Aaron.
That translates to jabroni in Philly, I guess. That's how you.
We're going full worldwide WWE here.
Guys, the other rounds though, they still can come back.
I know. That's what happened last
keep on
time.
Going.
Don't encourage them. Pure dominance.
I think we skated over the Nacho Gate makeup call right there because the host at one point mentioned the Hall of Presidents to
I know.
Yeah.
slip it into your mind.
It's true.
I heard it too, and I was about to call it out, but you know.
It was confusing 2 rides. Yeah, 2 attractions.
My deepest apologies. It's not a makeup call, I promise that. I got 2 screens I'm looking at, 16 bubbles of people. So sometimes I say things I don't mean. All right.
Well,
I
Greg
apologize.
can't miss an opportunity to like Disney-splain on the podcast. Like he's gotta like throw it in.
Listen, the 3 listeners of the Hall of Presidents podcast are going to be very upset.
Very upset, yeah.
All
I
right,
actually was second guessing myself when I said Hall of Presidents, and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's not on there because he said it. And then I was almost like, ooh, great moments with Mr. Lincoln. And went full Disneyland.
Congratulations, team Will Run for the second time in podcast Family Feud history. Will Run For has swept an entire category. So it's not easy to do. So congratulations. But after 2 rounds, our score is Will Run For 164, Rise and Run 0. But again, there's still plenty of game to play. We are going to move to round 3. Give me Lexi and give me Aaron. Here we go.
Woo!
All right, here we go. Round 3. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. Name an Italian restaurant on Walt Disney World property where you can carb load before a race. Lexi.
Tutto Italia.
Tutto Italia. Survey says...
What?
Wow.
Not in the top
Holy
7
moly.
answers
Wow.
on the
What?
board.
Kind of stunned, I'll say.
Aaron, what is your guess?
Tony's?
Tony's Town Square. Survey says That is the number 2 answer on the board. So control goes over to Will Runford. Do you want to play or do you want to pass?
Pass it. Pass it.
No, we gotta
No,
play
always
this.
play, always play.
100% play.
Let's
100%.
100% play.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is easy.
Yes.
All right,
Apparently,
Ray.
you don't know the Stover Decaters.
I have one answer.
I have one
I
answer.
have 0 answers.
I just assume we all have the same answer. That's
Look,
the problem.
there's no good Italian food in Disney. We all know this, but we will answer anyway. All right. So Ray, I think I'm next. I'm going.
Does
through all the
Michael get
names.
to go 6
Ray,
times?
call some Ray.
I love the executive decision by Michael that Will Runford
Well,
is
you
going to
always
play. All right.
because
All right,
it's harder
excellent.
to
So
steal
we,
than it is to play.
all right, so we go to Michael.
I'm gonna
Not
go
if we
with
get 0.
Via Napoli.
Yeah.
Via Napoli.
Well, Michael,
Sir-
I can't name it. Jesus.
Stop cussing. Stop
It's
cussing.
a
At least you
family
guys
show.
all had one answer, and he said the one answer.
Yeah, he did.
He knows all of them, and he picked the easy one to say.
All right, survey says. That's the number 1 answer via
God.
Napoli. Oh man. All right. Doug, we move to you.
I'm gonna go with. It's not really Italian, but the name is Italian. Topolino's, right?
Topolino's
Oh.
at the Riviera. All
It's
right.
the Italian name for Mickey Mouse, but the food is not necessarily Italian. So I'm still
Fine.
gonna go for it.
Great
Oh.
answer.
All right.
Italian inspired.
Survey says
Yeah.
Yes.
that is the number 5 answer on the
I
board.
would just
Wow.
like to let the record show that the Riviera is French.
Yeah. It's Mediterranean, right?
I'm
Yeah,
just
exactly.
saying.
I mean, Italy's on the Mediterranean,
Yeah.
Fair.
somewhat.
All right. All right.
Tom, your turn, sir.
Oh, I've got one. I hope you don't steal it.
What's the one with the big open round room? Maria and Enzo's or something?
Oh, good answer.
Maria and Enzo's.
That one.
All right. Survey says
Nice.
that is answer number 6 on the board. And the judging committee for this one combined the answers of Maria and Enzo's Hideaway.
Fair.
That's,
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So we move over to Diana.
Oh my God.
There are 3 answers left on the board.
Pizza
what is
Rizzo.
your selection?
Oh, I think that's solid, actually.
Hey,
I think that's a solid guess.
That's a solid guess.
Pizza Rizzo. Survey says
I will die.
Oh.
No.
only 1 strike, though. That's quite all right, Diana. We move down to Aaron. Aaron, there are still 3 answers left on the board.
there's still 3 answers for Italian in Disney?
Oh, God. I told you to pass.
5 seconds or it's a strike.
Oh man, I
I got
Oh.
one, but
oh no. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh.
All right,
Oh my
strike
God.
number 2.
People, you aren't even Disney fans, any of you.
Oh man, angry Michael's out. Watch out,
Michael,
everybody.
When was
You should have heard my alternative
Italian?
answer. I'm saying
Mama Melrose.
Mama Melrose. All right.
You're really pushing it, aren't you?
There's like what-
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
All right, survey says
nice.
Cowabunga.
Michael.
Mama Melrose, number 4 answer on the board. All right. We go back to Doug. Doug, 2 answers left, but you have 2 strikes.
I think I have one, but can Michael go again? That's
No.
What's this? The Trattoria al Forno?
Yeah.
We have not said that one yet.
No. All
Okay,
right.
that's my answer.
All right. Trattorina al Forno. Survey says
Yes.
that's the number 3 answer.
Wow.
All right.
Is it
Back
me?
to Tom. There's
Yeah.
only 1 answer left.
One answer and 1 strike. Oh, this is awesome. Where?
No, there's 2 strikes.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
it's
one
not-
strike
One
left.
strike
One
left.
strike
I'm
left.
sorry.
1 strike left. Yep.
Oh.
It's the bottom of the 9th.
Well, get ready to steal. What's Italian? Like, what's in the pavilion? Is there an Italian pavilion?
Yeah, Via Napoli.
Okay, well then that's not it.
All right.
Oh, I just thought of one.
5
Damn it.
seconds. 5.
I'm gonna say the pizza from Pop Century.
Pop Century.
And you know it's
Very
good.
specific.
And you know it's good.
Oh,
That's what I
guys,
have.
thought of
If it's
one.
not the answer, it should be.
All right. The pizza from Pop Century survey says. All right, we move over to Rise and Run.
Oh
This
my
might be
God.
a tough one, but
Tom, the correct
you're
answer was
down.
the pasta from Pop Century.
Where I go after before every marathon, Terralina's. What do you guys think?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think
what
that's
that
the only
is.
one that's left.
Yeah,
I
think
never go
that's
to
the
sit
only
down
one that's left.
restaurants and I can't eat Italian, so
That's anti-table service Tony over here.
Oh my
I
God,
say
Tony.
The gluten, Tony.
Oh, yes,
It's not
yes.
carb
yeah,
loaded.
this one's a double whammy for me. There's no chicken.
All right, so John, well, actually, the answer's got to come through Alicia.
Yep.
So
All right, Steve. So we're gonna go with Terralina.
Terralina. All right, if Terralina's on the board, Rise and Run with a steal. If not, this game's going to get really out of hand. Survey says Rise and Run with the
Those were triple
steal.
points. Those were triple points, Bob. Grip.
No, those are unfortunately not triple points.
Okay.
Okay,
But-
but let the record show that Topolino's Terrace is a French restaurant.
So
It's-
our
It
listeners
has
don't know
French
geometry.
cuisine.
That's definitely
they
not French
have-
cuisine.
However, they have like the ricotta cheese with the
Yeah, it's definitely not French
tomato.
cuisine.
If
Let
you
the record
put-
show, I said we should have passed. So,
I think we did pretty
I
well.
read the room.
We did really well. We
The
did very
problem
well.
is that if they had gotten 6 and we had to pick one, we wouldn't have been able to
Yeah.
steal.
I would have totally forgot about Terralina anyway.
But listeners, come on, why is Tutto Italian not on there? It's literally
That's surprising.
It
Yeah.
is the Italian
My
restaurant.
next guess was literally the Italian booth at Food and Wine. I had no idea what to say.
That's a good one though.
The Olive Garden outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
Diana, fun fact. In terms of the answers that we got but that did not make the board, there were more answers for Pizza Rizzo than there were Tutto Italia.
That is definitely what I submitted too. I definitely was a pizza
Wow.
Rizzo person.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
All right. Well, what an epic steal by Rise and Run. So at the end of round 3, our score is Will Run for 164, Rise and Run 84. They're finally on the board. We move to
Yeah, we are.
round 4 where points are doubled. Give me Jack, give me Michael. Here we go.
Michael? Because there's no vote. We have the points be with us.
All right. Round 4, points are doubled.
Oh, God. Okay.
Top 4 answers on the board. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners. Name an on-course announcement voiced by Riley Claremont. Michael.
God. I don't pay attention to any of this stuff. I
What?
should not have brought in. I'm gonna say caution, speed bumps ahead.
All right.
That's a good answer.
Survey says that is the number 1 answer. Caution runners,
I am
speed bump ahead.
And
Shocked.
I just want to note this. I thought I was raising my hand, but I actually pressed the button to mute myself. So I'm sorry, Rise and Run. Sorry.
All right. So we'll run for you.
The
Have
way
to make
that the way that your computer shaked, I could tell that
Oh my
because
God,
it was
that's
doing
funny.
like this, and I'm like, she's pressing the wrong button. Hand on the buzzer, Jack.
I thought I did.
All right. Once again, team will run for. You need to make a decision. Are you going to play or are
They're
you
playing.
going to
They're playing.
pass?
You know they're playing.
Oh, I would pass. I don't know.
I would.
I don't know any of these, so
Yeah.
it's
You said the one I know.
I
There's
know,
one
like-
other that I can
No,
think
I know
of.
I know like 3 of them.
Yeah, but you do.
I know one.
I know.
Wait, am I first? Do I go first?
No, don't say anything
You're
yet.
not
No,
on the
sorry.
right.
Yeah,
you're
I
not
know.
the
I
right
guess I'm
team,
going.
Jack.
I guess we can.
I am on
Do you wanna
Once
pass?
again, I'm going to ask, can Aaron go 3 times?
No.
Clarifying question.
Aw.
Clarifying question. Who is Riley Claremont?
Oh my god.
Oh.
The Run
Stop
Disney
it.
race announcer that does the interviews.
Stop it.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Tony's buddy.
All right, nerds. Let's. Okay.
I say we
We
play.
love Riley.
I
We
say we
love
play.
Riley.
Let's make it interesting. Let's play.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh, this is good.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right. All right. So Will Run For is going to play.
Are we even gonna make it to me to get the one that I know for sure?
We move to
Yeah.
Doug.
Probably not.
Doug, name an on-course announcement voiced by Riley Claremont.
This was a
I've got
mistake.
one.
This was a
Now.
mistake. Yeah. I am just going to guess. I'm going to say course narrows.
God
All
damn
right.
it.
Oh,
Survey
one.
says
That was the one I knew.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting back to
That is
back to Aaron.
number 2. Caution runners. Course narrows ahead.
That was one of them. You've already
All
said
right.
one.
All right.
So
Can I just?
That's the only one I know.
I just need to say something. Can we check the tape of the last time we did this and see how many times I told us to pass and I got ignored? And then those are the rounds we lost.
Fine.
And when this happens again, it
I
is
said
on
to pass
you,
this one.
and I'm defecting to the other podcast.
I said to pass this one. This was one because there's only 4 answers.
Wait, do I
Greg,
have to
you
go?
can.
We
I
love
would edit this out.
newcomers.
This is where I edit.
You in.
Find
All
the
right,
tape.
we move to Tom. Tom, 2 answers left, but no strikes so far.
Make way for the closing doors.
What?
Make way for the closing.
So that famous-
that's not it.
That,
That's
that
not
famous Run Disney phrase you hear on the
Yeah.
monorail.
Yeah, when you're running through the monorail station and through the monorail itself.
All right, survey
Wait,
says.
no, hold on. That wasn't. That was obviously. That was. Oh, come on. That was a joke. That was clearly a joke.
All right, go ahead.
Impartial judge there.
No, I mean, if
No, go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
I don't really have one. What do they say? Runners move to the right.
Yeah, that'd be nice if they said that once.
All right,
It's
runners
not
move
the
to the right. Survey says.
Runners should be on.
Damn it.
Oh.
All right, 1 strike. The first one didn't count.
Everything
Diana, what
about
do you
that-
got?
Everything about that was wrong.
I'm just now imagining that Tom pulled a Rosie Ruiz and got on the monorail,
on the monorail.
at the Ticket and Transportation Center, and then took it back to Epcot and finished the marathon in
That's
like
where he
2
finished.
hours.
That's
Yeah.
where he finished.
Yeah.
Let's see. Reduce lighting. Caution runner, reduce lighting. No light. It's dark. I don't know. Something like
Okay.
that.
Caution
Something
runners,
about-
it's dark outside.
It's dark outside.
Survey says.
You're backstage now. It's dark.
Okay,
All
it's all
right,
up to Aaron.
2 strikes. It's up to
Yeah.
Aaron, who might have an
I feel
answer.
like-
Let's see.
I know. I feel like I was combining multiple ones, so I'm not 100% sure now. Is there like a sharp left turn ahead or sharp
Oh.
turn ahead?
That's a
Sharp
good one.
turn
Oh,
ahead.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Sharp.
Yep.
All right. Survey says.
Nice work.
It's
Oh,
number 3
man.
answer. Caution runners, sharp turn ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. We move to
I'm like,
Michael.
I can hear the caution runners part, and then like my brain is like, what's the rest?
All right, Michael, there is 1 answer left, but you have 2 strikes.
Okay, I am going to say, caution runners, leave your space blankets behind.
What?
Okay. All right.
Good luck, Doug.
All right.
I had no comment.
That's strike 3. If he doesn't get it wrong.
Space blankets
strike 3.
survey says. That's the third
Okay.
strike. We move over to Rise and Run for the
Okay.
Do we
steal.
need to debate? We know
board-
the answer.
I hate
Boardwalk
it
is
here.
slippery.
Boardwalk is slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could not think of one. That's perfect. Yeah.
All right, is that what we're going with, Rise and Run?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Go with the one about the monorail doors.
No, I'm so excited that I accidentally silenced myself. This is great.
Please
All
squeeze
right.
into the Skyliner. Yeah.
If Boardwalk is slippery is on the board, this game gets very, very interesting. If not, we have some tabulations to do for potential fast money. Boardwalk may be slippery. Survey says Rise and Run with another epic steal.
I feel like we wouldn't
Good
have,
answer.
no matter what, we would have been screwed though, because even if we had given it to them, they would have swept that.
How many?
Oh yeah, they would have got.
Oh,
all
yeah, I
those.
had all the
Yeah,
answers
Yeah,
right
they
now.
would have got those. Yeah.
You had all the answers,
so
but
Tony-
everybody else.
Lose.
They wouldn't mind reading.
Lose your part, so they take it, and we can steal again.
That's fair. It's a good quote.
Good strategy.
Or you
like
could
it.
just Superman it and distract them. You know,
There you
like
I almost died on the boardwalk at Wine and Dine. I did a jump shot. It is very slippery when you
Ooh.
come
Not near
down.
Tom.
See,
Yeah,
if you
Terrible
listen,
decision.
that.
Terrible decision.
listen to Riley.
Should have listened to Riley.
Very
If
dangerous.
you were wearing your
actually-
space blanket, you would have just.
Well, it
flew
wasn't
away.
loud enough because of the quiet area, so I couldn't hear the announcement.
I'm actually surprised Tom didn't get that because he refuses to
It's
run on the
terrifying. Oh,
boardwalk. Like,
that's
he does
true. It's
It's
not
one of his
run
least
on the
favorite
boardwalk.
places.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
hates
is it really?
Yeah, he refuses
It's
to run. He walks
treacherous.
the
Are
entire
you
thing.
kidding me?
Listen, we are not a Run Disney podcast, so these questions are unfair.
All
Okay, we'll
right.
take the points.
All right, so at the end of round 4, like I said, with that steal, this game is very interesting now. Rise and Run, 262 points. Team will run for 164. It's gonna come down
Oh,
to the last and final round. Give me Hollywood. Give me Doug. Here we go.
Greg, can I switch teams at this
No.
point?
Unless you want mutiny on your hands, I would suggest not.
Betrayal.
I have to troll you guys, even in the midst of all of this. I love you all.
Man.
This was
All
the
right.
Will Run for podcast. I would have said, "What are you, me in college?"
All right, gentlemen, hands on your buzzers.
The right
Point-
buzzer.
Points
Yeah, I'm
here are tripled, so we will definitely get a winner out of this one. I promise you that. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners. Top 4 answers, once again, on the board. Name a color of Powerade. Tony.
I don't like it, but red.
Red. Survey says that is the number 4 answer.
All right, I got
Doug,
it.
you have a chance here.
I'm going for the only color I like, and that is blue.
That is blue. Survey
God.
says blue is the number 1 answer.
Yes.
All
We're
right,
playing.
we'll run for difficult decision here.
How many answers are on the board?
There are 4 answers, and
Okay.
2 of them are gone already.
All
We're
right.
playing 100%.
They're
We gotta
playing.
play. We gotta
Okay,
play.
all right.
Yeah.
We move over to Tom. Tom, name a color of Powerade.
Purple.
Purple. Survey says that is the number 3 answer on the board. So we have 1 answer left. We move over to
your favorite?
Diana.
It's absolutely your favorite.
That's cheating.
It is not because blue is my favorite. It's like he doesn't even know me.
Yes,
Yellow.
that wasn't cheating.
I'm sorry, what was that, Diana?
Yellow.
gotta
Yellow. All right. If yellow is on the board, it is a sweep, and Will Run For goes on to play fast money. If not, we keep going. Yellow. Survey says Will Run For with the victory of the round and of the game.
Fast money. Oh no.
Congratulations.
That's a good point. I don't know.
Now does this soften the blow from last time? Do we feel better about ourselves here?
You gave one of the answers in the beginning.
Yep.
Plastic cheese all over again.
I mean, come on. Compared to the other questions, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And someone sabotaged Jack's
Look,
button.
we swept the easy categories. What can I say? That's what we'll run for. That's our essence.
I take it back.
Not
I would
wrong.
like to stay on Will Run
Oh,
For.
you like to say Will Run For? Well, I will say what this means now is since it's 1-1, that means at some point in the future we'll have to have the rubber match. So if folks want to see that, they'll have to let us know. But we still have one more game to play, though, and that's Fast Money. So I'm going to need 2 people. Who is it going to be?
What about Tom and Aaron?
Tom and Aaron.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right.
All right, Tom and Aaron. Okay, who is going to go first? Aaron's going to go first. Okay, so Tom, you need to take off your headset, please. All right.
Oh, God. I'm so scared. I can't believe I got, why? How did I get volunteered for this?
You can always do Uncle Doug.
Doug went like this, though.
I feel like I'm just a guest on the Will Run For team, so if you guys want it.
You host a great meetup that we never attended.
That's true. That's true.
Cookies are
Tom,
amazing.
Tom is so honest. He could kind of hear, so now he's moving completely.
What a sweet man. All right, so just like last time, we don't have an official timer, but Aaron, I just need you to be as quick as you can
God, I hate
on
this.
your answers
I'm terrible
here.
at fast.
All right.
Okay.
The fake timer will begin after I ask the first question. Here we go. We surveyed 100 Run Disney runners. Name a Run Disney race announcer.
John Pelkey.
Name an Abbott World Major Marathon.
New York City Marathon.
Name your favorite World Showcase Pavilion.
Mexico.
Name your favorite table service or quick service restaurant in Animal Kingdom.
I was gonna say Nomad. Nomad? That doesn't count. Oh gosh.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Name your favorite running fuel company.
Honey Stinger.
All right. Excellent work, my friend. All right. The first question was, name a Run Disney race announcer. You said John Pelkey. Survey says 35 votes.
Not bad. Not bad. Woo.
All right.
Boop, 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 boop. Good answer.
Name
Good
an
answer.
Abbott World Major Marathon. You said New York City. Survey says 30 people said
Ooh.
New York City.
Pretty good.
All right. Name your favorite World Showcase Pavilion. You said Mexico. Survey says 31 people. Question 4. Name the best restaurant, table service, or quick service in Animal Kingdom. You said Nomad Lounge. Survey says 12 people.
Oh.
Wow.
More people need to go there.
No,
Never been.
no one
That's
should go there.
disappointing.
And then name your
Oh, yeah,
favorite
no one should go
running
there.
fuel company. You said Honey Stinger. Survey says 28 people.
Okay.
All right, Aaron, excellent job. You scored 136. So that's with being well
Pretty
over
good.
halfway to 200. I would call that pretty good. All right, let's
Pretty
bring
good.
Tom back into the room.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
And I'm back.
All right, welcome back, sir.
Okay.
You got
All
this.
right. The lovely matriarch of the Will Run For podcast scored you 136 points.
My God.
So she did a lot of heavy lifting for
Yeah.
you, but sometimes A lot of heavy lifting in the first round makes it more difficult in the second, but we'll see if you can win fast money here.
All right.
The fake timer will begin after I ask the first question. If you repeat an answer, I will make a very obnoxious sound effect with my voice, and you need to come up with a different answer. Are you ready, my friend?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Name a Run Disney race announcer.
Carissa.
Name an Abbott World Major Marathon.
Australia.
What?
Most popular answer.
It should be top of mind.
Name your favorite World Showcase pavilion.
Austria? Norway.
The worst.
Who put
Big
down
Epcot
the
guy.
card?
Name the best restaurant, table service, or quick service in Animal Kingdom.
Can't wait for this.
Oh, what's the one with the Dole Whips? No,
What
the
is
bread.
this
The bread
happening?
one. The bread
Guys,
one.
I take it back. I would like to play.
What is happening?
Diwali thing. Dia house. Okay,
Oh, Dia House. Okay.
that's not what.
Name your favorite running fuel company.
Cliffs.
I should have played.
What just happened?
Is there negative points allowed in this?
What was he doing when he left the room?
Even by the answer person
And we
who
get-
has fake nachos bait as their name.
Oh my god.
Can we get Tom a pass pass?
All right. All right. Let's see
We're
how you
never
did
gonna
here,
live this
Tom.
down. We're never living this down.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Yeah.
Listen.
We definitely did.
Regardless of what they're saying about you, Tom, I love you.
And
I'm
that's
proud
all
of
that
you.
matters. That's all that matters.
You better hope that Carissa's like 64 points, okay?
Tom, do you start in Mexico or Austria when you go to?
Yeah, I deserve that one.
There are like 800 other pavilions.
Norway.
I figure like Mexico's number one, right? Obviously.
All right. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Germany.
Name
is
a
near there.
Run Disney race announcer. You said Carissa Galloway. Survey says 50 people said
Wow.
Carissa Galloway.
Oh, we still have a chance.
I don't think he's got 10 in between.
Needs 14
Oh God.
to win.
No.
Australia, 0 people said Australia.
Name
It's top of mind. Does that count? Does that
Yeah.
count?
name an Abbott World Major Marathon. You said Australia.
Oh my god, I'm sweating.
Because I love you so much.
You don't have to give it to
Zero.
me. I'm just
3
saying.
people said Sydney.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm going to give you that one. He
Two of them are on this call. by the way.
You sure it wasn't Austria?
I like to cross the finish line with a Wiener Schnitzel.
Now he did say Norway at the end. All right. So name your favorite World Showcase pavilion. You said Austria, but then changed it to Norway.
0 for both.
Survey says
That's 5.
5 people said Norway.
Oh my God, that's
God.
amazing. That's only because
You
of
need
Frozen.
But how many said Austria?
Name the best restaurants in table service or quick service
Anything.
in Animal Kingdom. You
Yak
said
Yeti.
Oh yeah.
Diwali, the bread place where you can get the Dole Whips. Nobody said that. So it all comes down to the final question.
Wait, can we just take a moment? I know we're an audio only podcast, but Jack is eating popcorn like this is a movie.
On the edge of her seat.
As
6 points. 6 points we're looking at.
Oh my god.
We can do it. We can do it.
All right,
The
here we
fact
go.
that he talks about goo all the time and then said Cliff is insane.
Oh my god.
In defense, I use Cliff, and I use him for my ultras.
I will say that I said
I
honey
do
stinger
too,
because
I
I
want to look.
talks
He
about
didn't.
goo all the time.
and I specifically didn't say goo because I assumed Tom would say goo.
He also didn't say Cliff. He said Cliffs plural. Cliffs.
But you got to eat a few of them in a
Yeah,
race.
All right. Name your favorite running fuel company. You said Cliff or Cliffs or
Yeah.
some iteration of that. You need 6 points.
I can't breathe.
Survey says, and this is no joke, 5 people said Cliff.
Oh.
How many said goo?
Out there, see?
How many said goo?
Goo would have been the number 2 answer
Yep.
at 24 votes.
Probably
So
should have said goo.
unfortunately,
Oh my
Will
god.
Run 4, you came this close to
Oh.
winning Fast Money.
That's
I
You know what?
specifically said Pelkey because I knew Tom loves Carissa. I specifically
Hey, don't make it
said,
weird. Don't make it weird.
I based some of my answers on knowing Tom.
When I heard the
And what
questions, I
his
knew it was going to be bad.
What I thought his first reaction would be. I was like, I'm gonna go with the second answer because Tom's gut reaction is gonna be this answer and this answer.
All right, let's before we wrap up, let's go through the number 1 answers here real quick. Obviously, Tom got it correct. Carissa Galloway was the number 1 answer for Run Disney Race Announcer. Aaron, you got New York City correct for Abbott World Major.
I mean Boston.
Boston, number 1.
Anything else?
New York
Nope.
was probably top of mind most
Nope.
recent,
New
though.
York was number 1. Boston was actually number 3 on the
Wow.
list.
But what was number 2?
London,
London.
Berlin.
Number 2 was
Berlin.
Chicago.
Wow. Yeah.
Name your
probably said
favorite
one of
World
those.
Showcase Pavilion. Mexico was the number 1 answer, not Austria. Name the best restaurant, table service, or quick service in Animal Kingdom. The number
Satouli's.
1 answer
Yeah.
was Yak
Yak
and
and
Yeti.
Yeti.
Yak and Yeti.
Um,
Yes,
I'm with you,
I
Doug.
thought,
Yeah, but
I
Satouli's
thought
better.
Yak and Yeti, and I was like, Tom's gonna say that immediately. So I
Also,
tried.
Tom
Go
was
ahead.
thinking about Sanaa in Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yes. And there were several people who wrote
where-
Sanaa. Yes. So
mind
you're not totally wrong there, Tom. So all right. Well, close but no cigar, but based on the sore cheeks of all of us on this recording, I would say that even though they didn't come away with the fake $10,000, I think we all had a ton of fun. Will Run 4, Doug, Hollywood, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had an absolute wonderful time. Again, it's now 1-1, so I think sometime in 2025 we're gonna have a rubber match. Again, I am not Bob. I am not Steve Harvey. But thank you so much for joining us here on another wonderful episode of Podcast Family Feud.